151, I got Petra second. 18 Robert Bokum third. Just 6 laps in right now, so early caution. Not necessary to pit. Some guys have elected to, so small shakeup in the order. And now we see the lights are off on the pace car, so we will be going back green, starting lap 8 of 80. Long race here. Starting single file now. Everyone's still on the lead lap, as you can see. The 83 and 52 are back in order and on the lead lap still, so everyone avoided any early outs, which can always hurt you in the points. Of course, there is a chase here. Top 10 making it through to the final 6 races for all the marbles. And, I mean, really the goal is to obviously be anywhere in the top 10. But guys who are racing for points, including Guy, want to stay in that top 10 and not have to sweat it out as these races wind down. So Mark DeCenzo will be our leader as we go back green. Guy Petra second, Robert Bokum third, Jeff Hale fourth, and Sean Johnson fifth. Watching the pace car will peel off and leave Mark DeCenza in charge of the field. He will bring him down at 65 miles an hour until he sees that green flag. And we have a green flag, and he'll lead us away. Jeff Hale making a little move to the inside. And something weird just happened there. It looked like Robert Bokum disappeared for a moment. I don't know if that's a server issue or if just Robert only. But right now, Jeff Hale, I think, just took evasive action. Have to take a look at that after and see what happened there. But right now, let's take a look at where Jeff ended up. There he is. He's yeah, he fell way back. Going back up through. Everything looks to be okay now. We see Matt Watkins making an inside move on the 5-car Sean Johnson, and he will take that position from him as they go across the start-finish line. He moves up into that higher line. Like I said, is preferred high to low here at Michigan. You like to come in high, drift it down to that yellow line, and then power it off, and then up against the wall again down the backstretch. And you can see Matt Watkins now past Sean Johnson, pulling away from him, closing in on now Robert Bokum, and that is for the 3rd position. So Matt Watkins on the move. Looking at the racing behind, we got some good racing. The 54 Bill Yarborough also hitting that low line and taking a position away from Sean Johnson. So now Bill Yarborough with the 4th, Sean Johnson back to 5th, and Salmon in the 98 Jim Ray in that 96 car, company car, looking good tonight. They all are both applying pressure to Sean Johnson. So Sean has his hands full. Going back through a little further, we see the 88 of Joe Cudden, the 51 of Dave Jandry, and there's a gap there, and there's the 29 of Jeff Hale, who was right at the front there, and then something weird happened. It looked like Robert Bokum's car disappeared momentarily. and reappeared. And I think Jeff was concerned that it's going to reappear right next to him or in him or right on top of him, and he kind of moved away out of the racing line as Sam makes a attempt down low there on Sean Johnson. So Sam applying that pressure. Now he's working the outside line against him. And at Michigan, an outside line is pretty fast if you can keep that pedal down and get the car to turn on that higher line. And Sam is side by side with Sean. And it looks like he has taken that position from the outside line. So a great run by Sam. He loves running that outside line. And going back up, we see Mark DeSenza is still our leader. Guy Petra off to a very good restart, sticking right with the leader. And they have opened up a nice little gap back to Matt Watkins in third. Robert Bokum sticking right with him. 54 Bill Yarbrough also joining the fray here. Lap 14. Went green at 8. Did not have the opportunity to check on a fuel run here, so I apologize for not doing my homework. I think it should be in the realm of a 20 laps or so, 21. So we'll just use 20 as a benchmark for now until we see these guys make a green flag stop. So 20 plus 8, 28. So let's say at lap 28 we're on lap 15. So about halfway through a fuel run right now. There we see these are not the leaders. The leaders are way up here. Yeah, Mark DeSenza and Guy Petra pulling away from the rest of the field. Matt Watkins, Robert Bokum now looking to chase him down. Bill Yarbrough, Sam Young. Group of 4 has a slight separation back to the 96 of Jim Ray, who has gotten by Sean Johnson as well. So Sean's struggling just a bit here, giving up some positions. Now he's making a move on the inside of Jim Ray. As soon as I said something, he gassed in, but Jim has that higher line, has more speed. Nice turn in by Jim Ray there. Yeah, Bossman doesn't get a lot of practice. Doesn't have a lot of time to sit there for about 6 hours straight and practice and turn laps at Michigan. Trust me. But if you just walked in and started watching him, you would think that he has, because look how smooth he is. Nice turn in from high to low. As like I said, that's the ideal line here at Michigan. You can see going down that front stretch high up on the wall, turning the car down into the turn, low, 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 low. Now powering back up off the turn, up against the wall again, and do it all over again. Use the draft to catch the guys in front of you. And that's what Jim's doing. He's doing a great job right now, and he's relevant in this race. He's right in that top pack, chasing down our top 2 leaders. But Matt Watkins leading this group. Robert Bokum continues to stay right behind him. But now we have a battle right behind these two, and that's the 54 of Bill Yarbrough and the 98 of Sam Young. Sam using that outside line yet again for results, and he picks up another position. And now he's got 18 and 15 ahead of him. Let's see what Sam does with 2 of FSB's best. Not to say Sam isn't one of FSB's best, because he is too. But both guys ahead of him, multiple. I mean, you could fill up a whole room full of wins that they share and titles that they share together. You can fill up a room. And I see Robert sees Sam in the mirror and says, Matt, I got to go, because I'm not going to let Sam get by me. And Sam had a glimmer of 3 wide there for a second. But these 3 now are battling. Robert Bokum with a nice move around Matt Watkins. Now Sam Young goes to the inside of Matt Watkins. So Sam trying to show that he can work both in and out on this track. And as I said, Sam's been really on fire lately, won the Super Speedway race, as a matter of fact. So congrats, Sammy, on a big win there. Of course, a shout out to the 77 car there of Pat Rouchet, my teammate there on Voodoo, who really pushed Sam from the outside into that lead. And Sam gets really out of shape. Can he hold it together? Wow, he was loose. And he comes back on right behind the 54 car. Wow. That was a crazy situation there. But it looks like everyone has managed to keep it together. And wow, Sam got really loose out of shape, went all the way down onto the inside of the track there, came right back out, right behind Bill Yarbrough in the 54 car, and just avoided him. And man, that was crazy. Great job by Sam keeping that car with the pedal down. I don't think he lifted. But speaking of lifting, Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum have been battling for this third position. Matt Watkins takes it back from the 18 car, and now Robert has fallen back into the clutches of the 96 car after that pass by Matt Watkins. So let's see how these two handle it. Jim Ray slowly driving up through the field here. Robert Bokum, of course, started on the pole. He's been drifting back a little. Robert, of course, a tire and fuel master. So we can use him as a green flag benchmark on what kind of fuel mileage you can get. If Robert gets 20, 20 is the benchmark. Is it possible to get 21, 22? We'll see. I think it is. So I'm hedging my bets by saying I think. But we'll see how this goes. Like as I said, we started on lap 8. We're on lap 23, so lap 28 is our target lap number. Checking on the leaders. There we see the 6 car, Mark DeSenza, continuing to lead comfortably. Guy Petra continuing, just a solid run by Guy. It's like Guy Petra's out for a Sunday drive here at Michigan, in the lovely Irish hills of Michigan. And Guy would love to bring a Pro Cup win at the Motor City for the boys in blue, because Guy, of course, proudly runs Ford products, and he's in the Mustang tonight, and he's chasing down a Chevy. How many times have we seen that before, huh? Ford trying to chase down a Chevy. Not that I'm neutral, I'm an announcer. But right now, Mark continues to lead. Guys continuing to be second. Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum checking times here. We can see that the field is slowly reeling back in the top 2. And we can see that only 3 seconds separating the top 10. And Sam Young back in 10th. Remember, he went for that wild ride down on into the infield. Of course, it's all paved down there, and Sam says, thank you for not having grass there. Because if there was grass, I might have careened into an inside wall. But he did not. He kept the pedal down and just did a great job. Really a great job. There he is. Continuing on, we're on lap 26. So again, lap 28 is our 20 lap marker. Going back through the field, we see the 83 was in the first incident, brought out our only caution of the night. There we see the 303 Kenron, who is connecting remotely. So Ken, taking a look at you there, Ken. You're looking good. Looking good. And he's in 16th there. Let's check our running order. The 52 has retired. Now the 6 car is in. 6 car is in on lap 27. So a little early, but both Boca Motorsports cars are the first 2 in on our official first green flag stops of this race. We had an early caution. So lap 27. So 19 laps for Mark DeSenza and Sean Johnson. Of course, we know that that's not maximum. I'm assuming as we go on here. We see that the trying to find Guy Petra here, And Guy is the next in at lap 20. So 20 laps for Guy Petra, 19 for Mark DeSenza, Sean Johnson. Matt Watkins is now your leader. There we see our leaders. Matt Watkins, Robert Bocum, Jim Ray making a move to the inside of Robert Bocum here. Guys, Jim Ray takes the position very nicely. So Jim Ray up to second now. Robert Bocum third. Let's see any more takers for pit lane. No. There we see Guy Petra now coming out after getting his service. So looking through here, did not see any takers on lap 29. So we're on the 21st lap of Green Flag Racing. Matt Watkins, our leader, Jim Ray second, Robert Bocum third. We expect these guys to be coming in now momentarily. We're about to hit lap 30 of 80, as you can see there. You see our top 10 running order. We're hoping to get a ticker working very soon. Apologize for that. We have a new broadcasting system here, and just working out some bugs, getting the feel for it. Hopefully it will get better, and I think it will. But hopefully you will be enjoying this race. And what you're enjoying is Matt Watkins leading the race. Jim Ray, though, putting a lot of pressure on Matt Watkins here, as we expect green flag stops momentarily from these leaders. And Matt Watkins down low and into the pits. Matt Watkins, of course, a pit. And Sam Young also coming in and woeing it down there. So 55 miles an hour. We can see the speedo on Matt Watkins' car. 54-55 right there. That's ideal. That's ideal, and that's where you want to be. Matt Watkins locks it up. He's in for it. Sam Young also in. I'm sure Sam's tires were very much ready to be changed. So we see both guys in the pits. There we see the 98. There we see the 15. And Watkins out in the way, getting his 4 tires. Sam out in the way as well. Sam with a great stop. Came in really fast, and that's pretty good. There we see Pops in. The 18 is in. 96 is in. So our top 2 in. Jeff Hale in. And a good amount of the field now is in. So let's follow the boss man here, Jim Ray. You see in the pits, getting his tires on. 2 more to get on. The left side tires going on, fuel going in the car, fully fueled up, and let's see, we can follow him out. And look, and we see the 18 and 96 have come out the same way they came in, and we'll see the rest of the field and see where Matt Watkins and Mark DeSenza and Sean Johnson hash out here. And there we see the 98. And there's Matt Watkins. So let's take a look at the running order here on lap 34. Looks like when the 19 pits, that's Troy Higgins, who led a lap, and he'll get a bonus point for leading a lap. The 15 of Matt Watkins will be our leader. Jim Ray hanging it out there. Hanging it out there. And you want to be easy on those tires, boss man. I just told them that it's abrasive here at Original Michigan. Matt Watkins is our leader at lap 34. It's riding with Sean Johnson here. And we You can see our leaders ahead of them. Sean Johnson showing in the 7th position. Let's take a lap around Michigan with Sean Johnson there. You can see, again, you want to be up against the wall there. We see his speed 205, 6, 7, 8. 208 miles an hour into the turn. Down low. Around to that line. Don't want to touch that apron. And then accelerating out against the wall hard. Trying to catch the guy in front of you. Use a little draft. You can see him back up over 200 miles an hour. Down the front stretch will be faster than the back stretch, which is longer, the front stretch. Let's see when he's on the gas here. You can see the speed increasing. He's already crossing the start-finish line here to lap for Michigan at 200 miles an hour. He was at 208 before. Let's see if he can get above that. And he got 207, so you can see he's certainly not soft pedaling it by any means. Coming out of 2 there, you can see you really got to be careful. The car wants to drift high into the wall with that speed you're carrying. Not a lot of grip there. You can see he just turned a 37, 169, and his best is a 153. So Sean Johnson turning some of his best laps of the race right now. Here at lap 37, up ahead of him, you can see the leaders battling away. You can see Matt Watkins is our leader there. Sam Young now falling back to 3rd, and you can see guys coming back here. This is the 83 of Steve Weber going a lap down to our leaders, and Sean getting around him. Sean in the 7th position. Right ahead of him is the top 6. So he's desperately trying to catch a draft there. Not easy to do. You can see Jeff Hale. It's about a 1.1 second lead. It's a little too far, so Sean needs to get a little closer. And I would say you need to get inside of a second. And that's going to be hard when guys in front of you are drafting and you're not. So we'll see how Sean does. Let's move up here to Jeff Hale as we ride with Jeff now in the Walking Dead Chevy. And right in front of him, Jim Ray in the 96 car. That's your top 5 right ahead of Jeff Hale. So let's see, Jeff, you can see getting down low, right on the back bumper of the boss man there. Trying to get him out of shape a little, but the experience of Jim Ray allows him to be a cool customer and just driving in between cars there. You see the Robert Bokum right ahead of the boss man. Jeff Hale right behind them, so good tight racing here. We see our top 3 right ahead of this battle. Excuse me, and there's a move by Jeff Hale. What a move there, a power move. And he jumps from 6th to 4th. What a nice move by Jeff Hale. They're recognizing the situation and making the move. This is some great pictures that you don't normally get here. You can see battling back hard on the outside is the 98 of Sam Young. That's what Sam does best, is drive that outside line. Jeff knows that. He's down low, right on that yellow line. That's where you want to be. You want to power out of the turn here. Sam will get the benefit of the cars in front of him. Let's see if he's able to clear him, and he is. So Jeff Hale driving pretty good. And you can see Sam. I thought I heard a little something there. Looked like Sam maybe got out of shape just a bit, and that has allowed the 5, and the 51 now challenging Sam, and also the 151. So gotta be careful here on these tires. You don't want to abuse them early in the run. We saw again lap 27 to lap 30. Lap 32. Green flag stop. So 32 from 8 was 24 laps. For some guys, all the way to 19. So we're still saying about a 20-22 lap window here. So we should see stops around 48 into the 52 range. It's 43 laps here, so past halfway here at Michigan FSB Racing Pro Cup Series Wednesday nights. Glad you can join us. Mark DeSenza, our leader. Matt Watkins second. Jeff Hale, Hale on a rail. He's in third, but he wants second from Matt Watkins, and he's all over the back bumper of Matt Watkins. Matt Watkins had the lead at the exchange of green flag stops, but Mark DeSenza got around him, and he's been leading ever since that. Now Jeff Hale wants to say something about who's leading this race. He's looking good. He's moved right up on the top 2. Matt Watkins now sensing Jeff Hale's coming, said, Mark, I gotta go. Sorry. I'm not letting Jeff pass me just yet. And looks like Jeff trying to follow Mark down low. Gets a little loose. Side by side they go into the turn. And Jeff Hale does take the position for Mark DeSenza. So lead change. Matt Watkins back up to the lead. Jeff Hale in second, trying to hunt him down. But Matt now has stretched the lead slightly. 29 car trying to cut that gap back down. 6 and 18 teammates now together and joined in this top group. 96 Jim Ray saying... seeing two Boca Motorsports guys ahead of him. Jeff Hale, of course, Slim Sim Racing Team. And Watkins Monsoon Motorsports. So a variety of teams making their presence known in the top 5. We got Monsoon, we got Boca, we got Team FSB, and we got Monsoon Motorsports. So that's what we like seeing. Some good team racing here as well. Teams well represented. Jeff Hale has closed that gap down back to, that he had from Matt Watkins, and let's see if Jeff's going to make a move, or is he content? Robert Bokum closing down on the top 2 now. Taking a look a little further back, Dave Jandry, Sean Johnson. There we see the 19 of Troy Higgins, the 151 of Guy Petra, 54 of Bill Yarbrough. That is the 8th, 9th, and 10th positions. Mark DeSenza slipped back to 5th. And then Dave about 2 seconds beyond that group of 5, who are all within a second of the lead. And now we're looking a little further back from that, about 5 seconds from the lead, 6 seconds. But Bill Yarbrough is able to gain a position there to get away from the 151 of Guy Petra. There's our top 10. Guy Petra was in 9th, now in 10th. Looking back a little further, lead lap cars are 99 last car on the lead lap, 303 of Ken Ron, 83 of Steve Weber. And 98 of Sam Young, now showing 4 laps down. 88 of Joe Cutter, 9 laps down. And Rick Johnson, involved in that earlier incident, has retired. Not sure what happened to Sam. That's too bad for Sam. He had a fast car tonight. We see some pit stops now. Let's check the lap 50. So Mark DeCenza was last in on lap 27. So 27, and this is only lap 23 laps beyond that, his last stop. So these guys are doing some short pitting, 30 laps to go. I would think 30 is too many, but the 6 and the 5 have pitted together again, and they were the first to pit during the last set. But boy, this is kind of early. Most guys were pitting, I think, about lap 29 and 30. Which was about 22 laps. So if you went in on 30 and you do 22, you're going to come in 52. So let's see. Let's try to pick up the leaders here. There's Jeff Hale, Robert Bokum. That's a battle for the lead. 15 of Matt Watkins. 96 of Jim Ray. Are your top 4. Looks like Matt Watkins was clutching a little there, saving some fuel for this second run, it appears. Robert Bokum is done saving. We're on lap 52. This is when Robert came in about last time, maybe one more lap. And yes, they're going all one more lap. So the top 4 do not pit. Dave Jandry does not pit. Troy Higgins does not pit. And Bill Yarbrough does not pit. Guy Petra is pitting. So Guy Petra, another of our leaders, up on ticking off the grass there. That shouldn't be a problem here. There's no commitment cone here at Michigan. So I think you're okay there. Sean Johnson, Mark DeCenza, of course, early pitting. We'll see where they shake out once the green flag stops are all said and done. Let's keep an eye on our leaders. We're now on lap 53. Robert Bokum is our leader. Jeff Hale second. Matt Watkins and Jim Ray, and Matt Watkins third and fourth. All have completed another lap. So on lap 54. As I said, some of these guys, and Jim, a little out of shape there, allows Matt Watkins to come in on the outside, take that position back from Jim. But you can see Matt trying to keep the fuel mileage, and trying to keep it to a strategy and to a number. The number I would think would be 26. Right now there is 30 or 25 laps to go. So they should be getting close to that one-stop window where obviously Mark DeCenza, Sean Johnson, and probably Guy Petra are so far would not be able to stop. Dave Jandry has not stopped yet. Neither has 19 and 54. So those are our principals, I would say. There you see they're all within 7 seconds of the lead, and then Pops Markison fighting to stay on the lead lap. But you can see Mark DeCenza with the new tires up high there. 54 is now in. So Bill Yarbrough in probably for his last stop. So is the 15 car. So Matt Watkins deviating from the rest of the leaders. And Matt Watkins is in on lap 56. I think you can certainly make it from here, Matt. So Bill Yarbrough also in, Matt Watkins in. Let's, as Matt gets his service done, let's watch the 18 car. 18 car comes in and pops off the wall right in front of the leaders there. Maybe a little distracting, but they all managed to avoid him. It looked like Dave Jandry might have flattened the tire there. I don't know. Car looked like it was pointing at an angle there. Hard to tell, but basically the rest of our main leaders are in. 18, 29, 19, 96. The 51 of Dave Jandry is also in. So basically all our main lead lap within those 7 seconds, as we were just saying, have come in and out. And there we see Robert Bokum leaving. Jim Ray leaving. Troy Higgins getting up to speed. There's Jim Ray and Jeff Hale. There we see Sean Johnson going around them. So strategy now back in favor of the 5 and the 6 car. If a caution were to come out, of course, you know they would get their track position back. But they would probably have to pit and give it up. But then they would. Right now, they don't have the fuel to go to the end. So by doing that, they would have the fuel. And again, right now we're showing Matt Watkins as our leader, 6 car in second. And there's Robert Bokum, who we're watching. He's showing in third. So a little separation here. 15 and 6 battling for the lead there. Mark DeSenza with a nice run. Right up onto the back bumper of Matt Watkins, lap 58. So we may see, we may have just seen our last pit stops from our main leaders here. There we see the 15 and the 6, 1, 2, 18. Robert Bokum, third. Sean Johnson there is in fourth. Jeff Hale and Jim Ray, 5th and 6th. So 7 seconds was the number before. Now the top 6 are separated by 4 seconds. And the 19, 51, 54, and 151 were all kind of together, and now they have fallen a little further behind. About a 30-plus second lap here at Michigan. 20 to go. And you can see the top 3 are inside a second. Then there's about a 1.2 second gap to Sean Johnson in fourth. And then Jeff Hale and Jim Ray trying to draft together here. And then what their job is to try to get back to Sean. And then use the 3 of them to get to 18, and then use that to get to the leaders. And you can do that at Michigan with this draft. And we see Mark DeSenza negotiating Steve Weber here, involved in that earlier incident toward the beginning of the race. I think it was lap 2. Steve's had a long night, unfortunately, since then. Mark DeSenza's our leader. Matt Watkins second. Robert Bokum third. And we see our top 3 right there. So Mark was able to get around Matt Watkins and kind of pull away. I don't think Matt Watkins is worried about it. He has to know that Mark DeSenza has to pit. He pitted with 28 or 29 or 30 to go. So I believe he pitted on lap 50. So with 30 laps to go, maybe a little too much for fuel here at Michigan. Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum, though, should be fine to go to the end. Those two are battling here. And Robert trying to use, made Matt Watkins work hard to defend that position. That will help the 6 car of Mark DeSenza maybe pull away a bit. But the seasoned veteran, Matt Watkins, is not going to have anything to do with something like that, I don't think. But Robert Bokum is really racing him hard for that second position. He wants to get in there and insulate the lead. Right now, Matt Watkins is holding him off on the outside line. We'll see Mark DeSenza move down to try to get a draft for his teammate to pull him by, and let's see if that works. You can see the gain that Robert Bokum has had, so that's some good teammate running right there. Mark DeSenza ducking down low on that front straightaway, helping the 18 car draft by Matt Watkins. So Bokum Motorsports 1-2, Matt Watkins Monsoon Motorsports 3. Looking back to fourth, we see Jeff Hale and Jim Ray and Sean Johnson. So they did catch Sean, and now those 3 are trying to catch these 3. We're right on 64. Again, Mark DeSenza pitting at 50. So if we give him 26 laps, that's lap 76. Uh, so I think he's going to be short. And it's looking like this race is going to stay green. You see the 19 and 51 are 7th and 8th place runners. After that exchange of stops, they were about 7 seconds behind. Now they're about 10, so about 3 seconds lost there in that exchange of pit stops. 54 Bill Yarbrough also about 3.5 seconds or so behind Dave Jandry there, and Guy Petra about 4 seconds behind Bill Yarbrough. So there's our lead lap cars. We see Joe Cudden coming out of the pits there. Joe's had a long night. He's many laps down. I think Sam has retired. I haven't seen his car running. It shows him 21 laps down. But I do not see Sam running. So we'll have to check on that. We see our fastest laps. Jeff Hale is our fast lap of the race. He's the only guy to break that 37-second number. And boy, that's a fast lap. And you can see faster than everyone by over 0.2 of a second. So nice job, Jeff. 67 of 87. So we got 14 laps remaining. Mark DeSenza, I do not think we'll be able to make it. Neither do I think the 5 car can make it. So those are 2 of our top 6. Might be having a dilemma coming up here, and it's called fuel. So we'll see here. I thought maybe Robert might get ahead of him so he could draft, but Mark has continued to lead. Roberts continued to follow. Matt Watkins continued to be 3rd. Some things have been constant here at Michigan. A lot of green flag racing here, though. And Matt Watkins, you see clutching, but with that draft really kind of sucking up there on the car in front of him. And he's able to do that, and then he gets back on the gas down the straightaways. So he can keep up with that draft, and then clutching again as he gets into the turns, using that draft to close back in and do it all over again. Now Robert is taking a look onto the inside here, and he does go around the 6 car, and the 15 goes right with him. And Mark DeSenza is either in fuel conservation mode or I just don't see how he can make it, folks. I just don't see it. 10 laps remaining. I don't know if he can go 10 more laps and do 30 laps of fuel. That would be quite a feat, I think. I don't even know if the tank holds 30 laps worth of fuel. So leaders coming up on the 99 of Pops Marguson. Robert Bokum was our leader now, taking over from Mark DeSenza. Pops is the last car on the lead lap. He's fought the good fight all night. And he glances off the wall there, right in front of the leaders. Robert and Matt get a run on him. By the way, Matt's driving. It still appears that he is short, which surprises me because I didn't think he would be short. But you can see he's clearly clutching. In fact, why don't we do this? Let's go in the cockpit with Matt Watkins. Nine laps remaining. Matt Watkins over 200 miles an hour. Clutching, as you can see, when the car RPMs go back almost to 0, that means he's dipping into that clutch to save some fuel. Unfortunately, the rest of the gauges you won't be seeing moving, but you will see the RPM. You can see him drop down, and then lifting up out the clutch, and really not losing any time to Robert Bokum, who is our leader. As we continue to tick off laps here, I did not hear a clutch that time. Let's see if Matt feels comfortable that he can race now with 7 laps remaining. We do not hear a clutch in that time. You see the RPM stayed up high, and right up on the back bumper of Robert Bokum. See, they have really separated themselves from the rest of the field, so this is going to be a 2-car battle here. And we're riding with Matt Watkins as he sizes up his greatest competitor, I would say, Robert Bokum. Monsoon Motorsports teammates a couple seasons ago. Robert Bokum started his own team, left Monsoon Motorsports, has had nothing but success. Matt Watkins' team has not seen much team success. Matt Watkins, of course, continuing to win events and championships and special events. So Matt continuing on, you can see just dove to the inside of Robert Bokum, and now he's our leader. Matt Watkins, with 5 laps remaining, is our leader. And we can see this is a 2-car race with a second and nearly a second and a half back to 3rd place Jim Ray. And there's the 29 of Jeff Hale. Those two really have come up nicely through the field on this final green flag run. Good pit stops by the two. They came out together. They've really stayed in contact with each other, drafting proper, and it's paid off with 3rd and 4th place runs so far. Going back up to our leaders, because this is really where it's going to be at, I think, here. These two have now over nearly a second and a half with just 4 laps remaining. Matt Watkins is our leader, Robert Bokum in second. A lot of drafting for that guy behind. He can get a good run and able to maybe dive that car down and get underneath you as you get down at the end of the straightaway. And this is where you want to draft right here, 200 plus miles an hour. Robert Bokum looking for a way to buy. Three laps to go. There you see the lead. And there you see the gap back to the 96 and 29. So you can see the top two are clear. 2 laps remaining. We're about to get the white flag lap here. As they get into 3 and 4, we'll see a white flag waving. White flag, white flag. 1 lap to go. Matt Watkins in the lead. Robert Bokum second. Jim Ray third. Jeff Hale fourth. We got a battle for first and second. And there we see Jim is kind of pulled away from Jeff Hale for third. Mark DeSenza trying to make it work. I can't believe he's going to make this work. But Robert Bokum now putting some pressure on Matt Watkins. As we get into the final turn, he goes up high, and now he's going to dip down low. Matt Watkins covers him. No yellow line, and Matt Watkins holds him off. What a nice move by Robert Bokum in an effort to get by him. But Matt Watkins doing what he has to do. FSB Racing does allow you to cover someone like that on the final 2 laps. And Matt did it like a true pro there. Kept both of them going. And a great effort there by the 18 car Robert Bokum as well. But Matt Watkins... quality pit stops, fast car again, and puts that Mario Brothers ride into victory lane. Matt Watkins is our winner. Great finish. Jim Ray 3rd, Jeff Hale 4th. Great run for the boss man. Not much of a celebration there by Matt Watkins. But there we see our official standing. So this is an official race. Sam Young disconnected. Ah, man, that's a tough break for Sam. He was running very well. Obviously some connection issues for Sam there. Joe Cutt also had some problems there. Potts Marguson and Steve Weber had some issues early on, and tried to fight the good fight there. Ken Ron, of course, as we said, had a remote connection there from an undisclosed location, and he took it home in 11th. Guy Petra 10th. Top 10 for Guy Petra, 1 lap down. Sean Johnson 1 lap down. Martin Senza 1 lap down. Those guys that did have to stop. Guy Petra was looking good there. Kind of faded back, and in the pit stops just couldn't keep up with the rest of them. He was up there with the 19 and the 54, who did finish on the lead lap. Dave Jandry leading the way of those cars. Not too close to the leaders there. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Dave Jandry, Troy Higgins, Bill Yarbrough. And our top 4, Jeff Hale in 4th. Him and Jim Ray had a good came out very much together on that last green flag stop. They drove past some good cars there, stayed together, and they're both rewarded with 3rd and 4th place finishes. Robert Bokum 2nd in a great battle with Matt Watkins there right to the end. With Matt Watkins just getting by Matt Watkins there. Let's take another look at that last lap. We see Robert Bokum lurking in the background there, and you can see Robert will get a great run as we go down the backstretch. Robert knew this would be his one and only chance. He really turned the car in. It stuck for him. He got it down low and got a great drive off. And as we start that final lap, you see Robert Bokum just right in the tracks. I mean, that's exactly what you need to do here in Michigan. Get in right on the tracks of the guy in front of you. Maximize the draft. Gives you that advantage of speed. And that's what you need. And then again, you see Matt a little high there. Had to come down low, shut the door. Robert went high and got a good enough run that Matt had to cover that as well. And he just kept that back bumper in front of Robert Bokum, and crosses the line onto the apron there. No yellow line. And that's a good move by Matt Watkins. And you can see that is enough for the victory. As you see here, coming to the line. There we go. Matt Watkins, winner by about a car length over Robert Bokum. Great battle. Trying to get a picture of that flag stand for you. There we go. And there we see Matty Watkins there down low onto the apron, crossing that start-finish line. Checkered flag waving. Robert Bokum 1 car length back. And it looks like we're joined here by one of our top three. Let's get off the screen here. Jim Ray, I believe, is up in the booth. How's it going, Jim?
Pretty good. Just walking in here with Jeff, grabbing a couple of beers. That was a wild race for the podium there. I was just joking with him. I was able to use Pops as a pick. And as Pop was, I'm not sure if he was getting off pit road or getting on, but he was getting on pit road, that's right. And I was able to squeeze in there 3 wide and steal third. Great race. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, great race. A lot of green flag racing, which is a product of Michigan. Nice wide track, a couple of lines you can run competitively. Matt and Robert really had the field covered there in the second half of the race, I'd say, as the green flag stops kind of separated the field, just like it usually does.
Yeah, we were down about 4. It was kind of a roadblock when we got onto pit road. A couple cars parked there, and once we got going, we were about 4 seconds behind. I think we made up maybe like a second and a half, but they kept us with them because they were clutching. And for the for the end of the first half, turns out you didn't really need to. You could still get 25 out of it. So, but not much tire wear. That's a lot of fun to just get out there and go racing. What do you think, Jeff? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, Jeff, great run. You two were glued there at the end, trying to catch back to those leaders. So good run there, Jeff.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think that's the hardest race I ever ran. Robert blinked out in front of me early on in the race, and I let out. And, excuse me, and got loose and lost a lot of time. I was back there towards the back of the pack. I don't know how many seconds, but yeah, I had to run really hard and actually run down, took the lead there for a second, but yeah, that one last pit stop kind of burned us there a little bit. But yeah, good job by Jim Ray. We had a blast there at the end, and congrats to Matt and Robert. I seen them battle up front, and hoping for a quick caution where you get some fresh tires and hoping to have a shot there at the end. But yep, good run. So I'll take it from what happened.
Yeah, and just that one caution right at the beginning of the race. So basically, we had about 75 laps of green flag racing there, and gotta like that.
For sure. Also looking at the website there, Jeff, assuming the points lead there. He might have been the leader going into the race, excuse me, but he hangs on to that points lead by 6 points over Troy Higgins. Guy Peter drops the third.
Yeah, we can bring up those points here for the people to see. And and there we go. Jeff Hale is our points leader through 7 races. Remember, bonus points for the chase contenders, top 10 with a win get bonus points. So right now, Troy Higgins, 2 wins would be the highest point total person heading into the chase. Jeff Hale with a win, and also Sam Young with a win. A couple guys outside looking in right now with wins. As Matt Watkins, of course, running the limited schedule. We'll see how that works out for him. And also Robert Bokum now up to 12th, moving up a position, and about 21 points from 10th place. Jim Ray knocking on the door. Knocking on that Joe Cutter door. Joe Cutt struggled, Jim Ray, with the good finish. So, Jim, while you didn't gain any positions, you cut into that number.
It's a big number after missing a week and then park and ride last week. So two missed races, but some of these guys may have to miss one, and that'll open the door. And definitely trying to get in that chase. Want to race with these guys in the last 6. Everything except Martinsville. Feel like I got a shot to hang around and just follow Jeff Hale here. Look at this guy, 6 top 5s out of 7 starts. That's a pretty good start there, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Been having a solid season, and hoping to continue to keep it rolling. So can't wait till we get to the chase. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and maybe Jim can jump down into the racing channel there and see if our race winner there can have a quick word with us before we go off. Matt Watkins, of course. So, Jeff, appreciate it. Great run, bud. Always fun watching you work that. I saw Robert blink out there, and I saw you take it. I didn't know if you were taking evasive action there, just thinking that he might show right back up into you. But I think you did the right thing, and it worked out in the end, even though it maybe cost you a lot of time at the moment.
Yeah, I was happy to run as hard as I did and run the guys back down. But like I said, good finish, and at least didn't cause no incidents or nothing there. So it was a good save.
Definitely, and we are now joined by our top two, Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum, who put on a great show there from the Motor City. Toyota winning the Motor City, it just doesn't seem right to me. Not that I'm personally biased, but congratulations to Matt Watkins. Great win, Matt.
I appreciate it. Sounds really good to me. But yeah, it was a fun race. I just hated to turn into a fuel race, so I had to save the whole race because I couldn't get as good a fuel mileage as those guys ahead of me. So I kept clutching, and then I burnt the tires off, driving through the corner so hard to clutch. So just went as hard as I could, but I think 2 more laps, I'd have been in trouble. That was a fun race.
Yeah, you and Robert had a nice little battle there at the end. That last lap, you got up just a little high there, and had to cover him a couple of times there. So you were using driving out of the mirror as you were going to the checkers there.
Yep, my tires were fried, and he was coming, so I think I'd run out of gas anyway, but 1 or 2 more laps, and I definitely wouldn't have had any more tire, but yeah, using the mirror a little bit coming to the line, that's for sure.
Well, that was a great win. Again, another win in your library there, Matt, so congratulations. Robert, great run. Great battle there at the end. You guys swapped the leads a couple of times there. Was it fuel mileage for you as well?
Yeah. I didn't really care about the clutching part. I was just rolling out early and just trying to say as much as I could. I knew he was going to make his move on me because, want to be out front towards the end there. And, so once he got on the lead, I was trying to save just a little, try to make my move. I planned on doing it off the corner just kind of before, but I didn't get a good bind. But I got a good run there, and I had a lift, or I'd have probably turned him. So, but he drove a good race. He's always tough to beat. Good job by everybody. That was a fun race.
Yeah, and also for you, Robert, of course, down in 12th position there in the chase, but just about 21 points out, so not an insurmountable number. And of course, finishing first and second, like we seen you do in the past, you can still get in there and grab those bonus points. So plenty of racing to be done still for you.
Yeah, we've had a couple of things keep us out. I'm not really sure we're going to try to make the chase. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear and just see what happens. I'm not sure we're going to run every race from here on out, but it was fun regardless. I enjoyed racing here. It was a blast. Like I said, good job to Matt. He drove a great race, and like I said, that was some really good racing up front by everybody to be running that hard because you don't really show on the screen, but these things was just freaking so loose to drive. It was tough to hang on to it and run as hard as we did. So that's a great job to everybody that was able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, about 75 laps of green flag. A lot of it at close quarters. So yeah, absolutely, great driving by the whole field. So thanks for joining us, guys. Great win again, Matt. Great battle there, Robert. Good second place, Jeff. Good run there as well. Thanks for joining us, and our next broadcast Friday night in the Winston Cup. I think we're at Boston, if I'm memory is correct. So that should be a great race there, and hope to see everyone there. Again, thanks guys for joining us, and look forward to the next broadcast there on FSB Racing. Check it out.